Brown Live. Go to Tracy Brown Live. Go to Tracy Brown Live. Gals and guys, go to Tracy Brown Live. Go to Tracy Brown Live. Go to Tracy Brown Live. Gals and guys, go to Tracy Brown Live. Go to Tracy Brown Live. Go to Tracy Brown Live. Gals and guys, go to Tracy Brown Live. Go to Tracy Brown Live. Go to Tracy Brown Live.
Hi, everyone. Let me make sure that you guys can hear me. I feel like I'm the only one that has to go through this every single time. So let's see. Okay. Oh. Okay. Page 172. Page 172. Oh, Lord. All right. 172. 172? By way of rights? Oh, we passed that? My brain has not been doing good. All right, let me change the edit because that's important because I'll just forget. Oh, I can't change it on Facebook. Try it here. Yeah. 172. 172. And 172. Thank you. All right, I'm just going to leave it at that. Save changes. Okay. Let me do it one more time. Edit 172. All right, guys. It is 172 is the page that we are on for anyone that is following or listening. Sometimes you might want to go back to something that I said. Thank you, Angela. And refer like, oh, this is the video. And but it says 158, but it's 172. Alvin Locke. Okay, I remember now because the last story we read was the I Ching story. I love I Ching. Hold on, guys. I somehow forgot to get creamer for my coffee, and all I need is 1 cup a day. That's all I need. And somehow or another, I consistently forget to get creamer when I run out. But I know why I forgot it this time because I was actually looking for sugar free creamer, and everybody had fat free. I need sugar free. And so my intentions was to go to a gas station, and I never went in 3 days because I was getting coffee where I work. I need coffee, guys. However, sometimes what you don't have, there's a replacement for, and for some reason, God wants me to have soursop tea. So I'm just going to drink some soursop tea and call it a day. By the way, I met a lady that was selling soursop leaves, big, huge leaves, for $10 a bag. And of course, I got bay leaves from her. And for some reason, she goes, I have soursop too. And I was like, what? And she goes, as if I didn't hear her. I knew exactly what she said. She goes, I have soursop. And I said, ma'am, give it to me. And I pointed my hands at her like, give it to me. She found it funny, but a lot of things I do, Caribbeans don't find funny, but thank God she found a sense of humor in it. And she got me some soursop tea. And then my boss goes, I don't have soursop tea in my backyard. I'm like, give it to me. In any case, I will now be no less without soursop leaves, and I want to sell it on my website, so hopefully I can get enough to sell it. But a lot of the herbs, because of where I'm located, I can't sell it always. It will always sell out. Because it's not like I have a soursop tree in my own backyard, like I have dependency on others. But when I get it, I can sell it so that you all, especially you all cancer patients, can start living free of ailments. Let me show you what soursop is good for. It is one of the most amazing leaves you can drink as a tea. It's such a funny looking plant if you've never seen it, and it's very gooey, and it's got these big, big, big seeds inside. This plant is the weirdest plant ever. Very good though, very good to the taste. And I started making smoothies, and I put soursop in the smoothie. Season all. At this point, fuck it. I just put the seeds in. It's too daunting to take out the seeds. Antimic Antimicrobial fights inflammation. It can help kill disease causing organisms and reduce your chances of getting infections. Now, I find this really funny because when I started working, the office people started getting sick. And I was like, oh God, please, please don't. And when I was flying, a woman in the third seat was literally sick. And I was like, oh God, please don't. But I probably could attribute it to not getting as sick. I did catch diarrhea. We talked about that. It was a really funny episode. But turns out everybody got diarrhea. Really funny. In any case, soursop is also an alternative to keep infections at bay during dental treatments, such as root canals. I didn't know that. But the good part about soursop is that it does prevent infections. Soursop helps fight cancer. Studies have shown that soursop is one of the most effective cancer fighting plants. Eating the fruit is a great idea with people with cancer because it contains mycoactive compounds that have powerful antioxidant properties. Soursop also contains enzymes that interfere with the production um, to produce the cancer within the cells. This helps in fighting against cancer. It's worth to note that while soursop fruit has these properties, leaf extract, which is why I talk about the leaf extract contains much higher amounts of cancer fighting compounds. All right. So, soursop kills parasites. Um, they can help with your eyesight. Um, it reduces the growth of tumors. This might be, oh, it improves digestion. I believe that because whenever I made the smoothie, I would make it first thing in the morning and I wasn't as hungry. Also helps with respiratory tract illnesses. All right. I think I'm done here. And yeah. So, for those of you that have cancer, I would suggest, I'm not a doctor and I don't even play one on TV. I just have some intimate spiritual knowledge that I'm allowed to share. And I would say get some soursop leaf tea. You could buy it on Amazon, right? Um, some Spanish stores, many botanica stores will have soursop tea and in a better brand than Amazon would have it, but it doesn't really matter. And I would say, for those of you Caribbeans, especially, if you know somebody back home that has a soursop tree, tell them to mail you some leaves. All right, I'm over this. I always care about my cancer patients, though. So if you don't mind me saying something, I appreciate you allowing me to say something because cancer is such a stringent disease, takes such a toll on your body. And if we can reduce the effects or minimize what cancer does, and if we could live, like really live again, if your numbers could go left instead of increasing, like we want all of that to happen when we're talking about cancer. Okay? So the word is soursop. All right, let's begin, everybody. When Alvin Locke studied a ball of natural crystal, he sees images and scenes which are significant to the person receiving the reading. Water in the glass, tarot cards, and palmistry are other means by which he becomes attuned to the energies around the person. People don't realize it wouldn't do any good if they couldn't change whatever you tell them. And many times you tell them something and it is very important and they change it. That's the only reason you tell them. If there was a deep pit over there and the person knows it, he can go around it. Why fall in the pit? That's the only reason messages do any good. Born in Valley Mills, Texas, Alvin resides in Jacksonville, Florida. He gives personal consultations, woodshop, workshops, and lectures in psychic and spiritual development throughout the country. In his late teens, he became aware of his inner knowing of truth. He shared it with his friends. The things he told them often happened the way he said it. Alvin believes the one mind, the universe mind, you tune into. All things are there. So I just want to point out here, just look up something. I just want to point out when he says, the messages that you receive through divination, tarot cards, yada, yada, boom, 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 people don't realize it wouldn't do any good if they couldn't change whatever you tell them. And that's the most important part about the readings that I give. These are simple examples, right? Simple example is to tell someone you're about to get pregnant. And everybody falls out at this. Everybody. Oh my God, Tracy, I don't want to get pregnant. It's so dramatic. And then I go, no, I'm telling you because you could change it, right? When I tell you that you could get pregnant, it doesn't mean that the baby's in you right now. It means there's a potential for a pregnancy. By the way, the potential could be tomorrow to next year, right? However, if you are truly not ready to have a baby, go to the doctor and get some prescription meds. Like, it is truly that simple. But that part doesn't come through readily. If somebody said to me when I was younger, "You're about to get pregnant," I'd be like, "Thank you. I know exactly what to do with that information. Knock, knock, doc. I need some birth control methods. What are my options?" Right? Most people that I say you're going to get pregnant to, they go through this drama of that. I don't want to get pregnant. Oh my God, Tracy. Oh my God. And I just have fun with them. And I'm like, oh, okay. You're on birth control methods? And they're like, no. "Oh, okay. Bet you're going to have a pregnancy. It's coming. Like, what are we doing here? Like, what games are we playing?" You understand? So then I add, well, if you really don't want to get pregnant, then you got to make sure he wears a condom. But to double the fact that you say you don't want to get pregnant, me personally, I'm going to the doctor and I'm going to figure out what type of birth control methods without hormones. I'm not a fan of the hormone ones. Could work best for my body because I'm going to starve off the pregnancy. I'm going to starve it off. All right. So it's up to you guys to take the readings and run with it. Take the readings and empower yourselves with it. And I found something very interesting in this Alvin Locke. And it's water in a glass. Has anybody ever done that? Or reading a natural crystal, or it doesn't have to be natural. I've had glass too. Years ago, there was this place that had glass crystal balls. And I've tried to purchase glass crystal balls twice, and I've lost it both times. Just, I don't know how. So I do realize that glass crystal balls, which is, I guess, not the safest of energy. I guess, I don't know. But spears, which is a ball, spears. I've got a couple of spears, but sometimes I just go off on a tangent. Reading water in a glass. It's so beautiful. It takes patience. It takes patience. But it can be done. So it would be interesting if you get a glass and try to sit and read it. I think personally, because water is a living organism, so I think personally, if you get a glass and put a cover on it and try not to disturb it, but every time try to read it, because organisms will get together. And if there's something within the organism that wants to tell you something, it will form something. But because organisms And water is a living organism. I would talk to the water and I would say something like, show me a letter of the man that's coming to me, right? Something like that. I would do that. Show me what you want me to see. And then I would leave the glass in a place where it's obvious, but nobody's going to know why you have a glass on the table. And then I would talk to the glass, right? I'd be like, don't forget to show me a letter. Thank you, water. I mean, try it. I mean, it all sounds crazy, but that's the good part about my world, right? All of it is Alice in Wonderland. It's all crazy, but it's so much fun. And it's just between you and water. Nobody's ever going to know. All right. I teach you. Let me say hi to everyone. Thank you, Angela. Grand Rising Incognito. Hi, Yolanda. How are you? All right. Let's begin the next. Let me see. Is this the one? Of course, I can never find my bell. Can somebody tell me why that happens every damn week? I cannot find my bell. And bells are really good chi energies. Like, don't be afraid to purchase a bell and walk through your house, breaking up that chi energy. You know, when I got home after the hurricane, I've never had this before. I've been on vacations many, many times. But when I got home, I don't know if it was hurricane energy, the house was stagnant. You could tell nobody lived here. And the chi in the house, it didn't move. And I was kind of hurt because I was so looking forward to coming home and relaxing in my house. And when I walked in, the energy was uncomfortable. It's never happened before. And so I said to God, what is this? And then I looked at the floor and I see where my refrigerator was dumped on the floor, right? Because we had blackouts for like a week. And I was like, oh, it must be the hurricane. I guess. I don't know. But I was so hurt because Spirit usually takes care of me. And I was like, what the fuck is this? Spirit. Um, and for the first time, I came home and I thought, my house isn't clean. And then I was like, well, did I clean it well before I left? Like, I got really confused. Any case, the next time I travel, I'm going to document cleaning my house. I'm going to put some sprays around. I'm going to put some sage. I think that's what it really not. Let me tell you, I cleaned the house, refrigerator, counter, because everything was like so, it was kind of yucky. Stovetop, floor, doorknobs, door, everything. I just cleaned everything. And let me tell you something. I lit some stage and I was like, take this spirit out. I don't know what spirit is in here. It is not mine. Please leave. Yes, I did. I kind of have a theory on another reason why it was so stagnant, but I don't know if I could say it live on TV. All right, guys. Let's carry on drinking my soursop tea. If anybody needs soursop, contact me personally because it's not on my website yet. And guys, I would mix soursop with green tea. And that's for everyone that's having kidney and liver issues. I would mix it. Oh, this tastes so good. And then I would say, thank you, God. Thank you, God. Okay. All righty now. Next, next is at his birth, both Pepe and his mother were pronounced dead. What? But they were removed from the morgue at his aunt's insistence. She knew well this tendency amongst her relatives to go into death-like states. Oh, this was not the first time that some of them had to be rescued. Pepe's mother recalled seeing the whole drama from outside her body and aiding in the rescue of herself and baby. Um, Hold on a second. Born in Texas, Pepe Washington remembers that even before he learned to walk, well, before too, that discarnate beings came to visit him. Sometimes there were voices which no embodied person could hear except him. His grandfather, a Pakistani, encouraged Pepe's psychic growth in adolescence by teaching him yoga. Oh, wow. Pepe's main activities and interests are teaching and preparing people for the new age. These are some of the ways through which Pepe Washington of Los Angeles counsels, instructs, and predicts. African cowrie shells, psychometry, tea leaves, sand, playing cards, telepathic transmission, candle flames, auras, water, colors, runes, and spiritual contact. Man, Pepe's talented. He does all this? Ciao. Pepe got the gift. Independently and as a member of private policy agency, he works with law enforcement agencies in solving murders and in the search of missing persons, especially children. Pepe served in Vietnam during combat. He experienced increasing anxiety centering around his ability to see an enemy who might approach at night. His solution was to will himself night vision. Even now, he can still read in complete darkness. Hi, Nashiva. Grand Rising, I exhibit liver disease. Yes. Oh, and green tea is not recommended for individuals with liver disease? Oh, really? Why? You know, you just made a good point, though, Nashiva. Anything I tell you, discuss with your doctor. So I apologize. You just made an excellent point, and I thank you so much, Nashiva. Anything I tell you, discuss with your doctor. All right? Look at this hair in my house. This is not my hair. See, this happens to me all the time. This is not my hair. Why is this hair in my house? Uh, I'm gonna hold on to the hair. When I find hair in my house, I hold on to it, and then I do candle magic with it. A piece of straight hair. What the hell is a piece of straight hair doing in my house? Let's see. No, no. I don't think the house was upset that I left because I left before. Oh, Renee, Nashiva, Renee says milk thistle is for liver disease. Thank you, Renee. I love when you guys are listening, but you don't come through. And then you're like, okay, now I got to say something. I love that. Thank you, Renee. Interesting. Let me see something. Okay, so here's another good point, and I appreciate you saying something. For soursop, again, talk with your doctor, may interact with high blood pressure medications and may interact with medications with diabetes. Okay, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Nashiva says milk thistle is recommended. Excuse me, although my physicians have a different opinion state, but I have been utilizing milk thistle and dandelion leaves since 1990. Love dandelion. I love dandelion. The whole time, was it dandelion I was drinking? The whole time I was in Los Angeles, I was drinking dandelion leaves mixed with fresh parsley and fresh cilantro every day. For me, Nashiva, dandelion is a great diuretic. And if I get an allergic reaction that plumps me up, which is what I got in Los Angeles, um, if I take dandelion for like 2 weeks, it's not like every day, for like 2 weeks, it minimizes um, an allergic reaction I might get from food. Hmm. And the minute I got to Los Angeles, I don't know what I ate, but I think I do know what I ate. I caught an allergic reaction, had to buy some Benadryl liquid because I needed to get in my body immediately. But I have to tell you, I have chewed a Benadryl pill to make sure it hits the bloodstream very fast. My mouth will get numb, but my body will be safe from the allergic reaction increasing. But it did stay with me for like 3 days. And the whole time I was there, I took dandelion tea, parsley, and cilantro. I love dandelion tea. But also, for everyone that is listening to me, I am not a doctor. I do love soursop. So I definitely would discuss with your doctor about wanting to take soursop. If you have high blood pressure medicine that you're taking and diabetic medicine that you're taking, right? You know about cilantro and parsley? Oh, the best. The best. Let me tell you something. If you drink parsley at least once a week, you'll never have a Charlie horse. Never. It is so good for you. And cilantro and parsley takes metals out your body, and it is one of the reasons why we might have dark circle under our eyes. Mhm. So, I mean, anything I recommend, you don't have to do in excess, right? You can do it once a week, not every day. I think anything every day in excess will have an adverse reaction, right? You can't eat eggs every day. People do, but you're not supposed to because you'll wind up getting cholesterol. So it's when I suggest something, I'm not saying consume it and beat yourself down trying to kill cancer out your body. No, do it in moderation, but discuss it with your doctor. That's one of the first things that I said because I don't want to be responsible for. Well, Tracy said no. Tracy said she is not a doctor. However, and I also said, and I don't play one on TV. I don't even find that a joke anymore. I'm a doctor, but I play one on TV. I don't even find that funny anymore. Mhm. Oh my God, but this soursop tea is giving me life. And the lady that I took the tea from, you could tell it was pulled fresh off the tree. Oh my God, when I made the batch, first of all, I made it too strong because it just went through the whole house. The smell of soursop leaves. It just went through the whole house. It's so funny. All right. Where are we? Okay. Oh, thank you, Sheba and Renee. You guys are amazing. Yeah, but I think that when you have a particular disease, right? Nashiva says, I will have to look up green tea again and get back to you. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. When you have a particular disease, right? And you know it, and your doctor said, don't, I think it's okay to not invest, right? Because I think if you have liver disease, you're trying to regulate having problems. And so I don't want you to pick up green tea and create a set of issues for yourself. All right. So milk thistle is recommended. And talk about milk thistle. When you say your physician has a different opinion, what does that mean? He doesn't want you to take milk thistle either? But I have a question for you, Nishiva. Do you notice that dandelion affects your joints? Do you notice that? I can't prove it, but I can't prove it, but I feel like when I take dandelion too much, like I had to do, when I get an allergic reaction, my knee joints hurt. Do you notice that? Oh, got it. Got it. You did your own research. Got it. Got it. Okay. Do you have joint issues with dandelion? No, he doesn't agree that it's effective for the liver. Okay. He never told me not to take green tea. I do it on my own. Okay. Well, I notice that when I have an allergic reaction to something, I will take dandelion tea because it's a diuretic, stops the inflammation like almost immediately. But I think dandelion is overkill sometimes. I don't know. It's not like I'm taking natural dandelion, I'm buying it from the supermarket. I don't know. It's not like I'm taking organic dandelion. I don't know. Say that over again. Not really. I have joint issues. I do stand the lion every day since 1999. Okay, it's been my understanding, Nishiba, and I had a problem when I was in Los Angeles. Um, it's been from what I've discovered, that if I take too much dandelion, I get joint issues. So let me look it up. Oh, wait, I do stand the lion every day. You take dandelion every day? No, I don't see anything about joint issues, but it's just something I noticed with myself. It's just something I noticed within myself. I take supplements for my knees. My body makeup is different from yours. I know I understand that, but I'm just saying, I noticed that when I take dandelion, I have joint knee issues. And when I was in California, um, I took dandelion every day and I had knee issues every damn day. And now that we're talking, It could have been because of the dandelion. I don't know. I don't know. But it was so hard um, at some point. All right. Oh, you juice dandelion leaves daily since 1990. That's what you're saying. Isn't that interesting? Oh, that's nice. All right. I'm just saying for myself. I just noticed. So what I'm gonna do is cleanse my body of dandelion, and I'm gonna test it out again. I'm gonna test it out. I'll probably test it out in October. And I'm gonna take some dandelion tea. And I only take 1 cup. I don't drink it all day. I just take 1 cup. I'm gonna drink some damn dandelion tea, and I'm gonna see if my knees go down again. And if it goes down again, this is an unknown attachment contraband to dandelion. All right. Are we good? I'm gonna look it up. Do I have dandelion here? Hold on, guys. Oh, I do dandelion at a day for general purposes. I got you. No. Dandelion right now in my house. All right. All right, everyone. Ooh. No, Angela, I don't have to work today. Yeah, I don't have to work today. I'm so happy. I'm gonna relax and luxuriate. Who am I kidding? I gotta clean my house. Who am I kidding? I gotta clean my house, child. Wash some clothes and luxuriate. I'm gonna relax today, seriously. Hold on, guys. All right. Oh, wait. Bree, you're so silly. Bree's like, look, just tell me what to get because I'm taking notes. I'm going to the store in the rain. I don't care. Bree. Oh my God, Bree, you are hilarious. All right. I just keep a lot of teas in the house, and I don't drink them all at once. I do drink green tea every day. I do. That's the only drink. Green tea is what I do every day. But I drink lemongrass, tulsi, burdock. Y'all know I love watermelon and guava leaves together, right? Um, I just found soursop fresh. Um, I'll drink parsley tea to stop any Charlie horses. Um, but I would do parsley and cilantro because it takes the metals out. And I like it fresh, Brie. I like fresh parsley and I like fresh cilantro. And you don't have to drink it every day. It's jam packed with all kinds of shit in it. Drink it 1 day a week. You don't have to drink this every day. I promise you. Parsley and cilantro, I mean. Um, what else? lemongrass. You can never go wrong with lemongrass, people, ever. I think that's about it in terms of what I drink all the time. But my makeup is different from your makeup. So test everything out, see what feels good, you know, Google it. All right. Don't be so fearful, however, that you don't do anything to your body. It's my theory that the pharmaceutical companies do not want you to get healthy, right? And so they will say certain teas have effects against certain medicines, right? But sometimes I feel like that's them making sure we don't get healthy, all right? And depend less on the medicine than have more dependency on the teas, all right? Because if you get healthy, then what do you tell your doctor? Oh, I don't need the meds anymore. They will have a fucking fit. They will be like scaring you to death. So just look at different types of teas and herbs and don't be too afraid. Of course, discuss it with your doctor, but don't be too afraid to try something. No matter how you slice it, a cup of tea, a cup of tea is not going to hurt you. Anything in excess can hurt you. Anything. But a cup every night, that can't be any different than caffeine every day. Do you understand? So I feel like they make it sound worse than it is, right? For instance, if a particular herb, let's say soursop, is bad for your kidney, what they're not saying is that in studies, X amount of milligrams, the highest amount of milligrams in, as an example, soursop is bad for your kidneys. But they don't add 1 cup a day is healthy. Do you see the difference, guys? And so it looks to me, Bree, like you're like, it's time to get healthy. And I want to tell everyone, yeah, you're right. It's time to get healthy. And so just don't do anything in excess. Do your research, talk to your doctor, and then carry on. And you will begin to recognize that a particular tea affects you. Like I said, dandelion, I believe, affects my joints. So, this is the second time I recognize this, and particularly my knee joints. So, I'm going to test it out. I'm going to get completely healthy, eat all the right things, cleanse my bloodstream, and I'm going to invite dandelion back in my body in October. And I'm going to see if the same thing occurs. And if it occurs, then it's just a warning. It's just a warning that for me, drinking dandelion every day is unhealthy. Not drinking it. Drinking it every day is a bigger problem. And I'm going to recognize that part when I take dandelion. And that could be unique to me because when I look up dandelion, there doesn't seem to be any joint issues attached to it. However, it's a diuretic. So if it's depleting your body of its waters, don't we need water to lubricate our joints? So it makes sense to me if I take it too much. In any case, I'm going to test it out one more time and I will give you the effects. Okay? Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. Some physicians scare and brainwash folks. especially Black folks. Yeah, I think that's what I'm trying to say. So don't be afraid to experiment. Don't do it in excess, right? If you want soursop tea, I could send it out to you, but you don't have to drink soursop tea every day. Like, do it once a week. Work yourself into whether or not this is a herb that is healthy for you. Look it up, right? If you know you have known conditions like liver, kidney, high blood pressure. However, to be honest with you, most people that have high blood pressure do not take their high blood pressure meds. Tell me I'm wrong. And don't lie to me. Do not take it. There is a weird phenomenon with high blood pressure meds. People have it, they will not take their medication. So I would say to you, if you're one of those people that have it but alternate between taking it and not taking it, then just take some tea every day. All right, I'm over it. That is true. It's so true. Do you have a headache? Yes. Did you take your high blood pressure meds? No. When's the last time you took it? 3 days ago. Oh my God. The bottle says every night. What is this? Take your meds. All right. All right, guys. I'm officially getting hot. It is the first of the month, everyone, and we are in Virgo season. We've been in Virgo season, but I don't always count Virgo season when it's in August, because August Virgos are hella different than September Virgos, and you know it. We are in Virgo season, and I have to tell you, Virgo season is one of my favorite seasons. It's still a summer sign. People forget that Virgo is under the summer sign. Still a summer baby. Um, but they are so stable and so conscientious and so money. Like, I love Virgos. They stay inside their heads way too much. They tend to cuss people out in their heads. Whereas the sign before them, Leo, if we think it, we're saying it. Boom. We spitting. Virgos don't spit, but I like that about them. Anywho, we are in Virgo season. They have amazing teas for blood pressure too. I believe that. Happy September. There's a lot going on between planetary wise between September 1st and the end of the year, but particularly in November. There's a lot going on in the planets, guys. There's a few eclipses coming up, major life changing eclipses. We've got 4 supermoons. We already had one, and I believe that was in Virgo season. We have 4 supermoons in the last part of the year. We have Pluto retrograding back into Capricorn. And it's very important to recognize that Pluto reverting back into Capricorn ends a very karmic 16-year issue that you have been grappling with or dealing with since 2008. And this could be family issues, this could be love issues, The point of Aquarius retrograding back into Capricorn is because for the last, Pluto has been in Capricorn for years, and it's 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 now ending karmic issues. So Aries, Libra, Capricorns, what's the other cardinal sign? I can't remember. Are going to be dealing with some issues, but it will also end. It will also end. So I'm going to tell you all right now, staying in a very calm, meditative state and asking God to show you your karmic lesson is what you should be doing for the next 4 months. If you like to argue with people, good luck with that because you can't hear spirit. If you like to be emotional and cry all the time, good luck with that because you can't hear spirit. This is the time for the next 4 months, really 3 months, all of September. I have to add September, October, November. I'll include December. This is a time of peace, resolution, thinking back on the last 16 years. Whatever happened in 2008 was the beginning of a problem. I know for me personally, it was the beginning of my son and I having problems. And yet, um, the the show Quiet on Set has begun to unravel where that occurred in 2008, right? Because that was the year, I think my son was 19 years old, and that was the year he chose to run away. And I was like, you don't get to run away at 19. You're grown ass. So at 19, you're like, hey, mom, I'm going to go enjoy life out there. I'm not coming home. I understand it's hard for a kid to say that to his mom. I get it now. But that was the beginning of an era that was just horrific as a mom. And so it's nice to know that that is coming to an end. It's concluding because more than anything, I want my son to have a healthy mental life. And getting counseling, guys, do that. If anything you can give yourself in the next 4 months is some counseling, do it. Do it. All right. This is the year where things will end. For those of you that have been having problems in your love life for the last 16 years, it's all going to change now. It's all going to change. There's a shift in energy. Like as the world turns, you know, it will turn for the better. Angela says the eclipse is on her birthday. Sin W says that's a magical time for your birthday. Really is. Oh my God, lunar eclipse and full moon on my birthday, September 17th. That's so beautiful. Yes, that's the universe and spirit speaking through you right now. Oh, thank you, sweetie. Because the last 16 years, me working in my field, I came to the conclusion I'm drained working in that field of work. Well, sweetie, talk to the universe. You talk to the universe. You write it down. You tell God, I'm ready to move beyond working in his field. But say it in such a way that you invite new ideas, invite new prospects in a different field. Say it that way, right? If you say it negatively, then your angels, guides, and ancestors only hear the way you're saying it. So if you say, I'm tired, I'm drained, I can't do this anymore, then they will eradicate it for you because they think they're doing you a favor. Oh, Cynthia doesn't like this anymore. And you'll walk into work one day and get a pink slip because that's what the universe does. They hear you. It doesn't mean that they hear every nuance that you're saying, because then I've had clients that have called me and say, Tracy, I wish this. I wish this. I wanted this so badly. I didn't want it this way. And I go, I know. Because we don't understand words have power and meaning and they're strong. And just because you all can't see your spirits and guides running around, don't mean that they're not there. They're sitting on the sofa with you constantly. And so the minute you give a wish out there, right? Understand what I'm saying. The minute you say, I wish, I want, they think it's their job to help you. Oh, we got to wish, got to wish, got to wish. She doesn't like her job. Got to wish, got to wish. Oh, let's do this. You understand? So you have to speak to yourself kindly. You just do. You have to say, I invite a new field in working. I invite change. I want something different. I want to be happy at my job. See the difference? The minute you change your language, because we've always been taught to speak negative. And when you speak negative, you speak it on yourself, right? So if you use other words rather than negative, I hate my job. Okay. You go to work hating your job. So if you go to work and say, it's time to change my job, it's time to look for a new field, it's time to be better than I've ever been. I don't know what that looks like, right? You and I both know that we don't know what that looks like when we're inviting change, but we know that this is no longer inviting. So then we have to say words that create better for you. I want a new job that will make me happy. I'm going to start interviewing for jobs that would make me happy. Do you see how we're going to do that? And before you know it, you could be in a lifestyle of happiness. But remember now, when you've been dealing and been impressed to speak negatively, your pastors speak negatively, your mama speak negatively, your best friends are the worst. They love to speak that girl. Now you know if you leave that job, all the money you make, you may not make the same money. Like, shut up. Quiet. You quiet. Like, oh my God. Now the fear of God is in you. Don't do that. I was talking about my sister the other day, and I was telling how I was I was telling the executives, and I wrote them an email. I was like, I will fucking make you all lose your jobs. Now, did I mean that? No. But did I say it? Yes. And did I understand that my words, if they fuck with my sister, can come true for them? Yes. Now, it doesn't mean that my sister doesn't get fucked with. It just means that if they fuck with her, the fallout will come to them too. Because I put it out there. Because I know how powerful words are, right? And then I had a friend say, well, don't speak too harshly. You got to protect your sister. No, I know exactly what I'm doing. I don't operate in fear. They've already fucked with my sister. So at this stage of the game, I'm mad. And so, no, I'm not copying fear anymore. I meant it. I said it. Bother me again, I'll repeat it. Right? And I say that to put a shield up against my sister, not to look like I'm being fearful because you have a high title. I know you, Mr. High Title, can lose your job. And there are certain people you should not fuck with, and special needs people is one of those people. The pushback will not be pretty. So, CW, make the necessary changes, but speak well. In my spirit, I don't have any more energy to get up and make people richer, pouring all my magical power, powerful energy into other people's businesses. I want to pour into myself and make myself wealthy. No, do not think in terms of money because that is not Aquarian energy. You do want to pour into yourself, but you want to make yourself happy. See, what's happening, CW, so this is the end for you. What's happening is the Capricorn, Pluto in Capricorn, right? So if your job was in terms of making people happy, wealthy, that's Capricorn energy. And people have been fucking wealthy under the Capricorn energy. That shit is gonna end. Period. So what you want is to make yourself happy, but you cannot think of it in terms of wealth. I don't know, it's gonna hurt some people, but this is a transition. This is the transition that I was talking about. It's gonna hurt some people. Pluto was in Capricorn from 2008, and the economy was wealthy in 2008. And if you notice, even in the last era, home prices skyrocketed, rent skyrocketed, because they're all benefiting under the end of Pluto in Capricorn. It's almost like the world knew, okay, the shit is about to end. So let's raise rent to $2,400, $3,000. Y'all seriously got that money? Let's raise, mortgages. $150,000 house is now 400,000. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? That shit is about to end. So that means there's going to be a market crash. That means there's going to be a rental cash crash. That means, and I know you all are having a hard time understanding this, families need to live together. And I know you all are having a hard time, organizing that thought, but it's okay. I gotta do my nails. Um, no, Sin W. No, Sin W. Stop it. Stop. Health is wealth. Health. Yes. Yes. Health. Health and happiness is wealth. Yes. Sorry. Sorry. I was about to yell at you, but you got it. Yes. But I just want to add, take the word wealth out. The word wealth is not going to be your best friend. Fertility and abundance, replace it with other synonyms other than wealth, because wealth technically means money. And Aquarius, Aquarius is not about money. Y'all gonna be shocked in a minute. Aquarius, Lord have mercy, not them people. They are not about money. They are about pouring into others. So y'all's life is gonna change dramatically. But let me see. Prosperity. You can use the word riches because riches has a broad definition, right? Plenty. Oh, I love the word plenty. Oh my God, that's my favorite word. Um, all right. That's a bread. That's so funny. Abundance, plethora. Guys, I went on in a meditative state when I was younger, just entering the witchy pool world. And my mentor at the time, teacher in class, she said, go under and ask spirit, what is your witch name? What is your witch name? So we went under, and it's a guided meditation. So they guide you under and they have you, and then they go, ask, what is your witch name? And my witch name was Plethora. And I was like, Plethora? And I was under, and I said, I'll never forget that name. I'll never forget it. When we came through and she woke us up, she asked each of us what our name was. And, people got names like, Sally or, Mary. I got Plethora. And I didn't understand it as a meaning, but I understand it now that I am 62 years old and I have put out a plethora of information. And so now I get it. They're like, no, you're a plethora. Like almost like the deity plethora. You give and give and give and give. All right. I just thought I'd share that with you. Um, you could use words putting the ocean and the sea into your wants and desires, right? Uh, Cornucopia is another word. Um, in any case, prosperity, I think I said that. Just change your words from thinking of money. Remember, it'll be automatic. However, Cynthia, just as you notice that helping others have now, in terms of their money and their wealth, has now made you unhappy. You want the riches for happiness. Money is going to be a given. But also remember, because Pluto's in Aquarius, money's going to be a big issue, guys. Remember, you're apt to meet up with the famine. Remember, that's what Aquarius might entail, a famine. And remember, if Aquarius as a global aspect might bring on famine, it could be happening because so many of our world leaders are greedy. So we might have the effects of some issues based upon our horrible world leaders, right? So we'll see, but make the necessary changes. And the whole while the world is changing right in front of us, just ask to be happy and safe. I know these things sound silly, but it'll make a big difference if you invite safety into your lives. Health. Health. That's why I say good health all the time. Mental clarity. Happiness. Invite happiness. It's going to be beautiful though, because if something has to be dismantled, if something has to get burnt down, maybe we can't stop it because the end result is to reset and start over again. And that's a beautiful thing. All right. Well, Aquarius is a sign of humanitarian. Yeah. So we're just going to see a lot of different changes in our lives. And you're going to see Palestinians rise up. They will not die. They will not. They will rise up. And you're going to see that it's our job to support the rise of a system that also needs to die, where people think they can just genocide other cultures. I'm from a culture where people tried to genocide, you know, and Native American Indians. Also, there's just things that are going to be turning out differently. So it'll be interesting to see what life will bring us. This is the final stage, retrograde, Pluto retrograding into Capricorn. Things have to end. It may not be pretty, but stay strong and vigilant during this ending. Most endings do not feel good, but it's okay to process the change, because on the other side, particularly when Pluto goes into Aquarius, you're going to have your aha moment and you're going to change your whole life over again. Some of us are doing it a little earlier, like Sin W is doing it a little earlier. Processing change. I just want the right words to come through so your change can be beautiful and happy and healthy. Some of us are going to get shocked into change because we just didn't have time to think. But on the other side, you are going to be grateful and of gratitude. All right, guys, I didn't read much of the book today, but I hope I helped anyway. Quick conversations about health and teas. And sometimes that's what God needs to come through. I go by y'all. I go by God. And if we have to talk about teas today, then so what? I talk about teas. It will not be the end of the world. I love you guys. Take it easy. Bye.
Gals and guys, go to Tracy Brown Live. Go to Tracy Brown Live. Go to Tracy Brown Live. Gals and guys, go to Tracy Brown Live. Go to Tracy Brown Live. Go to Tracy Brown Live. Gals and guys, go to Tracy Brown Live. Go to Tracy Brown Live. Go to Tracy Brown Live. Gals and guys, go to Tracy Brown Live. Go to Tracy Brown Live. Go to Tracy Brown Live.